Hello, this is Jason back in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Excuse me. This is again on the subject of President Donald Trump's collusion. The subject of President Donald Trump's collusion. I sent this email on Wednesday, April 17th, 2019. President Donald Trump and the meeting with Russian President Putin in Helsinki, Finland, and no tape recordings and no other evidence of dictation found given. This, along with Roger Stone and Paul Manafort's lying in both of their discipline and not talking. Robert Mueller had no evidence that he could use concerning collusion. The lying of Stone and Manafort covering up the collusion question, no matter what jail time that would come to them, and the promise of a possible pardon for President Trump, Stone, and Manafort, hushed the question of collusion evidence from Mueller and the investigations. Mueller cannot use that incidents against Trump for his collusion with Russia. For according to the law, the defense would say, objection. That is mere speculation. They would need to get a concession from them. An attorney might try it, but that will be rejected by the defense, and the judge will say sustained. But if the jury would use their own mind in thinking, they may not need that kind of evidence. They may make up their own mind and look at circumstantial evidence instead. Mueller, in his final report, did a great disservice to the people of this country, drew nothing on the question of the president colluded with Putin and the Russians. So doing brought this country into further injustice and wrongdoing, much of it by President Trump's misdeeds and rhetoric and lies. He is even doing this after the statement by Barr, basically declaring him of collusion. Trump so far is encouraged by the statement of Barr's to go on with the blame game. Mueller should have at least offered in his final report that the question of President Trump in collusion should continue to be investigated, beyond he and the staff's conclusion into this matter. The United States of America continues to fall under their shame of injustice and evil, and of their deeds of crime and lies. Mueller has, at the end of his work, brought the United States to even greater peril. That is not really his fault. It is the political system and the law's fault, and the DOJ, but you could go by the DOJ. No sitting president will be indicted, but he has his reasons. But I cannot let that go. So, they, Stone, and Manafort took a cue from Nixon tapes that were found hearing President Nixon talking to his people about the cover-up that brought President Nixon to resign. Do not tape discussions to your collusion when those things are being talked about, or any other evidence that would give away the truth about the conspiracy of collusion with Russia. Lie and lie and lie some more. Cover up and cover up and cover up some more. Whatever, be disciplined. No opening up of your mouth that would incriminate yourself and President Trump, even if it means going to jail. What about those questions on paper that Trump answered for Mueller with the guidance of his lawyers Rudy Giuliani and Jay Sekulow that were not answered in the court setting? The two lawyers of Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani and Jay Sekulow, covered up for him and helped him get around those questions on paper from Mueller. Those questions and answers were not on oath. All three, Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, and Jay Sekulow, can manipulate and concoct anything that can get around the truth of any matter. The questions do not have to be in the court setting and under oath. It can be done in a relaxed and take the time setting with no one around. You notice how long it took them to send the questions and answers back to Mueller. One can even overcome questions by saying, I do not recollect. They, somewhere in their conscience, could have some suspicion that Trump could have colluded with the Russians. And of course, Trump has a talent for hiding the truth, getting away with lying. He has, in all his life, hired corrupt lawyers. Donald Trump could look in the eye and lie, could look in the eye and lie, and you believe him, because you very well want to. Just like President Richard Nixon lied to George Bush, and George Bush believed because he wanted to. President Trump, Roger Stone, and Paul Manafort, they do not obstruct justice. They colluded, they conspired, take a bait with the Russians. What obstruction from them is there? You either colluded or conspired with the Russians, or you obstruct justice. You lie and hide and cover up your collusion or conspiracy with Russia. Obstructing justice is what William Barr and the Republican Party are doing. Obstructing justice on behalf of President Trump by restoring the manifesto. Giuliani initiated most of that himself, and he said that collusion is not a crime, so what if Donald Trump did? It is not illegal anyway. He made a case for collusion himself, but then sprung out of it by again battling some gibberish like he had done throughout the process. One of the president's campaign staff was a person named Carter Page, whose so-called dossier spoke about as being associated with the Russian Kremlin. That part of the dossier was true. He was also with President Trump's campaign team. He was the subject of the FISA warrant. This was cited by the so-called dossier as being associated with the Russian Kremlin from 2013 to 2016. And he was with the Donald Trump campaign committee as an advisor, but left when he was cited by the Christopher Steele dossier. He offered Vladimir Putin that when President Trump was president, the sanctions levied on Putin and Russia would be taken away. The sanctions were put in place by President Barack Obama, which put an end to Trump's and Putin's deal for a Trump Tower in Moscow, fueling the animosity that Donald Trump has for Barack Obama. After Trump became president, Trump set out to undo all the policies that then President Obama put forth. Donald Trump had plenty of motives and opportunity to collude with Russians. For one, he could undo the sanctions on Putin and Russia. And two, he could change all of the United States policies that the United States had with many of the other countries that he thought were bad for his business and family. These are two of the reasons for his motive and opportunity to become president of the United States. He needed Putin and Russia desperately. The Trump family needed money. The financial world was crumbling. None of them Carter Page. He unwittingly admitted to it on the Laura Ingraham show on Fox News of the dossier, claiming that he was an associate of the Russian Kremlin. Laura Ingraham asked him the question, and when he admitted to it, Laura Ingraham, being flabbergasted, shouted out, "But Carter, can you see why they are questioning this about you?" Quick, Carter Page should have pleaded the Fifth Amendment before Laura Ingraham and not answered. Again, this is just attacking on President Trump and his collusion with Russia. He did, folks. Thank you. This is Joseph Agatha, Pennsylvania. Goodbye for now. Look at all my videos. Spread them around. Go to YouTube, joehekun@gmail.com. No, at joehekun videos. YouTube, joehekun videos. You'll see them there. And send me an email. joehekun1. joehekun1. All small letters at gmail.com. This is Joseph Agatha, Pennsylvania. It's now 6:59 p.m. 20th of July. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you. Spread the word. Spread the truth. President Donald Trump is fake news.